Hi guys and girls, welcome back to my channel. I do hope you're doing well. Guys, this is the last one before the autumnal months. I know there are probably some of you sitting there screaming, Shannon, it's not autumn yet. As of 1st of September, it is autumn for me. And we are rounding out August with the monthly favourites. And it's quite heavy, guys. We've had quite a few favourites this month. Of course, I have my trusty diary to hand with a big old post-it note because I've been trying to work out holidays for 2026 now because, as you know, September, October, I normally am like a year ahead. I feel very, very lost. I don't have anything planned for next year yet. I know roughly the dates. It's just seeing what's in season, what's about, because I can't lie, guys, the thought of not having a holiday at the moment is stressing me out. I'm very, very thankful and lucky. It's not too long till I'm on the plane. It's coming around far too quick for my liking. I'm definitely not ready, but I'm already thinking of 2026's adventure. So, my lovelies, the basket is filled, the diary is to hand. Let's get in with our monthly favourites for August. Right, so monthly favourites for August. We're going to start off with, of course, the best memory of the month. And the best memory of the month, we had quite a few. I can't lie, we went Bristol and caught up with Keely and Tom. Me and Mum went to see Hamish and had the Highland cows. However, my biggest moment for August was conquering my fears and going on the big roller coasters at Alton Towers. Your girl done the Nemesis, the Galactica, even the Oblivion and Smiler. So for me, that's like a big tick off of Shannon's fear. So yes, I'm very happy. That might seem very trivial to some, but for me, that was like, those rides scared me. Like, there's a lot of rides that scare me because you go away in a roller coaster girl, but I did them, and Galactica and Nemesis I actually went off and done on my own. So that's how I know I like a ride. If I'm comfortable enough to go off on my own and do it, absolutely good. And yeah, there was a lot. As I say, seeing Keely and Tom was fabulous. We're going to have annual Nando's and Ninja Days where we do Ninja Warrior, and then we end up going for Nando's and stuff in our face. But we did say maybe next time about actually staying up there and going into Bristol, perhaps having a night out on the town, the four of us. So who knows? Who knows what could happen? But yeah, definitely overcoming the roller coasters is like a big thing for me. I sent the photos to Brogan and she was like, I am so here for this. She was like, you are conquering your fears. I was like, I'm trying. But the first time I done Smiler, Brogan doesn't do roller coasters either, but she told me that she'd done that. So I was like, you know what? If my girl can do it, I can do it. And as I was going up, Dan was like, you're right. I was like, Brogan did this, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. And at the end, I was like, I'm so proud that Brogan done that. And then she's like, and you went and bloody done it. I was like, I know. Look at us just smashing life, eh? I mean, two scaredy cats going on roller coasters. Ugh. Right, my lovelies. This is going to be in no particular order of this basket. So, as always, we will start with the stuff that you can't see. And that is TV. Me and Dan don't watch normal TV. It is the apps. And I can't lie, I have loved the apps this month. We have on Disney Plus, me and Mum actually started watching it when she was down here, At Home with the Osbournes. Oh, I love that. Absolutely love that. That was like, I remember watching that on MTV growing up, and I think we completed the first series in like 2 nights when Mum was here. So I think there's 3 more. They're ones that I'm just going to put on in the background when I'm chilling. Dan come in and caught a couple of episodes and he was like, okay, he's like, I remember this. And I'm like, this is good TV. Like, in essence, they was the original Kardashians. Like, they was the first at-home, like, family that followed about, I think. So I've been loving Disney Plus for that. I'm still waiting for 1,000 Blows, the second series. Does anyone know anything about that? When are we getting the second series of that? Because that was a good little one. I feel like that was a few months back, but that was a very, very good one. In terms of Vikings, Netflix. Netflix, Vikings. We are on now season 4. Guys, we didn't realise how many bloody episodes there are in there. the last 3 seasons have 20 episodes a series. So what we're hoping is to get this done. And then I did also bring back from Mum's the other day my On the Buses box set, because Dan was talking about it the other day and I was like, I've got that at Mum's. When I'm next there, I'll pick it up. So I feel like maybe next month we won't actually have apps. It might actually be TV, aka DVD, because I think we're going to sit down and do On the Buses, because that is a classic. It holds great memories for both of us with our grandparents. And yeah, that could be something for next month. But Vikings, wow. Do we actually have to watch Valhalla directly after? Or can we have a little break with On the Buses and then go back to it? Because I feel it might be something we go back to. But I don't know how many episodes are there. I don't feel like there's tons and tons of seasons like the original Vikings. But we've just got to the part, I don't want to spoil it in case anyone's there, but like with the snakes. And I can't lie, I wasn't ready for that moment. So that is the last episode we've watched. I don't know what's going to happen after this. I don't know where the story could twist and go. And I'm just like, what the actual hell? So Netflix has been our ride or die, to be perfectly honest. Vikings has consumed our life. As you would have seen on, when was it? Earlier this week, I'd done the 7 meals from Tesco. We didn't check in half the time after eating because we were too busy watching Vikings. I was like, oh, sorry. But yes, that has been that. And then, of course, with YouTube, we have been watching Theme Park Worldwide. That is on here most weekends now. And it's seeing whereabouts they go. They're in Europe at the moment, seeing what's about in the UK. We've all just renewed our Merlin passes, so it's to see what's coming for the next years. Dan's even talking about doing Scarefest, like mazes. Now, I'm the one that likes the horror. If you know Dan, you will know he does not do horror at all. Anything that could jump out at him, touch him, he's like, nah. Someone touches him, he wants to swing. And I'm like, no, we can't do that. You can't do that in a maze. We've got to like go along with it. So we was watching about Alton Towers, the Scarefest. And he messaged me today and we was just talking about like when we could go or if we've got time, because I don't actually know if we're going to have time through the season. And he was like, I'd actually do the theme parks and like the mazes with you after watching the videos of them. And I'm like, are you feeling all right, darling? If you saw, I don't know if it was in the 7 Dinners or the Life Lately vlog or whether it's the one to come, but he says about there's a new Conjuring coming out and he was like, I was actually thinking about surprising you and taking you cinema. And I'm like, what? You don't do horror? Like the fact he's trying horror, that does mean a lot, because I know that stuff is not him at all. Kind of like roller coasters isn't me. And I'd give it a go, so I don't know if it's like he thinks, oh, well, I'll try like watching a film. What's the worst that can happen? Or go into a maze and someone touches you. What's the worst that can happen? But yeah, who knows? We might be doing Scarefest. I don't know actually if we are going to have time this year. We've been trying to work everything out and weekends and that. So it may be something potentially for next year, but if not, it's on the bucket list. And then when I've been on my own, I've been pottering around the house. I've had, of course, Demi, Jess, Laura. I've just been having my go-tos in the background. Of course, Beard Meets Food as well. That is a firm favourite, especially this week in the house. That is on most nights. We all just sit here, watch him devour a mountain load of food with Leah Shatakiva, her channel as well. And then we just get really hungry. And then it'll be like, right, dinner's ready. And then we all sit down and we continue to watch people eat. So, yes, we YouTube and Netflix is probably the two most common things that are on the TV. It will never be normal TV. Occasionally Disney. Never really Amazon Prime. I don't think I've actually ever watched anything on Amazon Prime, guys. No, I just have it from your parcels. Does anyone have any recommendations for Amazon Prime? Please do let me know. In terms of also something else you can't see, it's the music. The music this month, guys. It has been my DJ of Spotify, and I will probably say that for every month coming, because now I know this little magical button on Spotify, I don't listen to anything else. I can't be bothered to sit through my playlist because you can guarantee you're going to have songs that you want to skip. Whereas DJ puts all the good songs on. I was rocking out to, I had Chris Stapleton coming home today, Cher, Fleetwood Mac, Meatloaf, Queen, Dermot Kennedy, a bit of Noah Khan was chucked in. Then I had some funny ones from TikTok artists. And I was like, you know what? I'm loving this. I'm absolutely loving it. So DJ is like life through and through right now. And another thing, when we've been on the way to the theme parks, Dan likes to play the theme park soundtracks. So whatever park we're going to, he will go on Spotify, find the playlist, and we have to guess the music to the ride. I don't really pay that much attention to the music in the rides because I'm pretty much psyching myself up for most of them. The only one that I did get right was the Smiler, because of course the ha ha ha, that's quite distinctive. In terms of the others, I was absolutely hopeless, so I lost that game. I'm just kind of like, yeah, I think I've heard it, and then Dan will say it's this. And sometimes I'll be like, oh yeah. Sometimes I'm like, no idea, still haven't got a clue where it is. And then next time we go, well, when we're on the way there, we go there and Dan will be like, right, listen. And I'm like, oh, okay. Still goes over my head, guys. I don't think I've got the brain retention for stuff like that. I can't lie. I think it's just like, phew, and off we go. But, right. That's everything I can't show you. That's what we've discussed that I cannot show you. But what I can show you is all the goodies here in this basket. Now, let's put my pen on there. There we go. And we'll pop that to the side. Right. As I say, in no particular order. So was it last month or the month before? I got some tablets off of TikTok and it was the 14-day colon cleanse. Because I don't know why, but there's always been something wrong with your girls' systems, let's just say. I always remember I was about 8 or 9. I woke up in the middle of the night with excruciating pains. I got rushed into hospital because they thought I was having appendicitis. And it wasn't. I just hadn't been able to go to the toilet for like a week. So I got put on laxatives, which, God, yeah, that made me go. But I've always had problems. And everyone says to me, you're not normal. I'm like, thanks. But I done that colon cleanse and it really did help. When I stopped the colon cleanse, I felt like icky again, like bloated. Things weren't happening. So I researched and researched. I didn't want to have things that were going to be bad. So I went to Holland & Barrett, spoke to the lovely lady and was like, this is what's happening. And she recommended these. They are 1 a day, 120 tablets. I got this when it was buy one, get one half price. So I think 2 of them was about £14, I want to say. And it's the colon complex with aloe vera and botanicals. And it basically helps your gut. So I've tried a lot of things. I've tried Biomel. I really did like Biomel, but it's pricey. One of them little prebiotic shots is about £2. You've got to have 2 of them a day. I think, was it 2 of them a day? Because I've got the big bottles as well. It gets expensive. Pop in one of these little bad boys before bed so that when you're asleep, it does what it needs to. And when you wake up, you can go and do what you need to as well. These far more effective in price wise. I don't get any like bad reactions or upset bellies, nothing like that. I really do like these. I am thinking of doing another cleanse just before holiday, just so that I can kind of feel my best, you know. But yes, I really did enjoy them from Holland & Barrett. And as I say, I think they're roughly about £8 or £9 a pot, but it's 120 days. So you've got like almost 4 months supply there. And as I say, I got it on the buy one, get one half price. Let me just pop that there because my phone is ping, ping, ping. That's very rude. I do apologise. So yes, I've been having me little tablets just to try and help keep me normal, I guess. Showers. This, I've actually just gone and picked another one up from Superdrug, guys, because this stuff, Canon, thank you. Peach Infusion, a patchouli and amber scent. Gorgeous. Me and Dan fight over this. We're like, right. When it emptied, I was like, damn it. Went in, I was like, don't worry. I've got it covered. I've got another one. And then just this little one. I think this one's from like Lidl or something. CN. Is it CN? Canon's being very temperamental today. I've done a lot of filming on her. I think you don't give up on me now, okay? But mint and tea tree shower gel. They have been the 2 for this month. And no doubt they will now go in the bag for our 6 monthly favourites, which, my God, will be next March. But the scary thing is that will probably come around really, really freaking quick and we'll be upstairs doing the favourites. Oh. Yes, I know it's another empty. Guys, we bought this back from Rome in June. We picked it up at duty free. And it is the Crema di Pasticcio di Sicilia. Basically a pistachio cream. When I tell you, right, first off, this bottle, it looks a big bottle, doesn't it? Bottega, you think, yeah. We got, not like the big whiskey glasses, you know the really small ones, like a dram glass. So imagine them half filled. We got 4 of them out of this. Dan was not best pleased, but our lovely neighbour next door has told us that Lidl do a variation of like a pistachio cream. So we're going to be on the hunt for that. But I think Lidl, they only have it because they do themed countries each week, don't they? So I was like, right, not in there at the moment. Or if anyone knows where you can get like a pistachio cream, I could probably get it on like Bottle Club or something, but don't know. It will be a repurchase because I say, me and Dan, this was very, very nice. Almost like a Bailey's, not as sharp, like you don't get the hoof of the whiskey, but it is very, very lovely. I don't actually know, what is the alcohol in this? Look at me trying to read it. It's all in Italian. You girl don't read Italian. But anyway, it was very, very nice. And we still have the tiramisu one over there. We also have the 2 from Aberfalls. Not Aberfalls. What one did we go to after Snowdon? I don't know. Was it Aberfalls? It was Aberfalls, wasn't it? We went there after we climbed the mountain. We've got their 2 versions of the creams over there. That drinks trolley. Every time it seems to go down, I take bits out of the drinks cupboard to put in there. And then I'll go to Mum's and she'll say, oh, I saw this bottle of Appleton. I've got it for your drinks cupboard. I'm like, Mum, I'm trying to run it down. I'm like, there's literally, if people come in here, they would think we have a problem. Because there is, well, there's a huge freaking drinks trolley there. But I like a drinks trolley. I think it's a good thing. My nan used to have one. And I always said, whenever I get a house, I always want a drinks trolley. I probably shouldn't have put it with the handle this way. But I've done that in case I need to like wheel it out. So we have like the big bottles on the top. And then on the bottom is like the little minis or sets that we've got given. Or like through birthdays and Christmases. So yeah, then we have the double cupboard in the kitchen. And hey, don't judge us, okay? We like a little bit of a aperitif of a weekend. And we also like to try and make cocktails. We literally just randomly chuck shit together basically. And yeah, we see how it goes. I do know what is in there. I've just seen at the top, my big bottle of limoncello. Does anyone have any tips on limoncello? My neighbour, she says just drink it straight. Other people have said to me to mix it with a tonic. I've heard people mix it with soda. And I've heard people put it in a cocktail. Any limoncello tips, guys? Please do let me know. Right, I'm going to talk about the book of the month. Changing Your Mindset for Good. And what was our bookmark of the month? All You Need Is Loving a Cat. Cute. Now, this isn't one of my books. This is one that I got Dan. Dan loves God, what? I haven't had a drink yet, I promise. Psychology. Psychology. He likes those and like mind management books and books that like make you think and like how to be a better person, why you act a certain way, why you feel a certain way. He loves all of them books. I have got one, the Let Them Be theory. I think I'm going to start that in the new year. Because I'm thinking like new year, new start, new me, all of that. Same crap, different day, same sham basically. But I can try and start off on a good thing. At the moment I'm getting back into me thrillers and me true crime and me serial killers and everything like that. So I read this book. It wasn't a huge book. It was only 147 pages. And the fonts were like, it was quite a big textbook. So it didn't take me long to read this month. And I've already started next month's. There's basically 7 steps, if I remember correctly, on how to change your mindset for good. Why we act a certain way, why our body responds a certain way, why our mind behaves the way it does. And I was reading it and I actually did realise, like, oh, actually I do that. Oh, I do that. Oh, okay, that sounds a bit like me. And I have tried to take it on board. At the beginning, Dan said, how are you getting on? And I said, I feel like I'm reading a textbook. Like I'm not getting engrossed in it like a story. So he was like, at the end, they have like activities for you to do. He was like, just pick a random activity at the end of each chapter and try and work on it. So I tried that. I really did try that. And I was like, okay, we'll see how it goes. It helps me with like road rage, teaching you like things you can't control. And I'm like, okay, we shall see, because it's sometimes easier said than done. It's like, right, don't kick off at that, don't do that. And in your head, you're like screaming because you actually need to get on and do something. So, oh, sorry, my lovelies, Mama's calling me. One moment. Hello? It's like, need you to get me something. I'm like, okay. But yes, so anyway, it's to try and like make you think, why do I do this? Why am I feeling like this? Like, and it's kind of good to see you're not the only one. I know, and I don't need a book to tell me, I am probably the most self-critical person I know. Very self-critical. I will say sometimes not nice things about myself because I think, well, when someone else says it, it's water for duck's back. I will always find fault. Even if I've done something to the best of my ability, I will still find fault with it, and I'll be like, I'll pick apart, could have done that, should have done that. And maybe I don't need to be so self-critical. Maybe I don't need to overexert myself so goddamn much and then burn myself out. I say this, and I know I probably will, because we're coming into autumn and Christmas, and you actually at the moment are surrounded by bits for autumn, and I'm like, I've got all this content to do. I have a plan. I know what I want to do. I want to see if I can do it. We'll see. But yes, it's just a bit like self-realisation, I guess, in a way. But I'm not going to change who I am. The self-critical me will always be there. We are, of course, I should have like a dedicated little theme park section now, because we've actually got quite a few bits from Alton Towers, my lovely. When I very first rode Nemesis, I got myself a t-shirt, and I love this t-shirt. It is kind of like a rocky, punky logo. I love this. So if you know and you've watched the vlogs, I'm only allowed a bit of merch if I've done the ride. And that is my rule. If I don't do the ride, I don't get the merch, because like, what's the point? You haven't accomplished anything. So when it comes to the Smiler, I can't lie, guys, at Alton Towers, the Smiler has the best merch section. That and Wicker Man. There is an orange, don't laugh, an orange like shearling jacket. You look like a big fluffy pumpkin, but I think that's going to be so warm in the autumn. So Wicker Man, I've only got a magnet. Wicker Man was one that I was a bit on, like it scared me. If I do that again, I think I'm going to treat myself to the jacket. So I got my top from Nemesis. The one reason I wanted to do the Smiler was for the cup. You know me, and I bloody love a sippy cup. And when I saw this, I was like, I need it. I need this. And this was the reason I done the ride. And as soon as the ride stopped, and I was like, whew. Me and Dan and Dan's cousin's partner and their child, we was all there. And they was like, you can get your cup now. I was like, I know, I can get my cup. Like, that's all I was thinking going around. I can actually get the cup because I've done it. And then when we went to the second gift shop, which was like kind of the main one as you go out, I was walking through. Oh God, there's a lot of fragile bits in here this month, my lovelies. And Dan was like, right, there you go. And I was like, what are you doing? And he bought me the Smiler jumper. And I love this. We have Smiley World. You'll see it more. I can't wait to wear this in the autumn and winter, guys. And then you just have the Smiler on the arm. And it got me quite emotional, I can't lie. And I was like, why have you got me that? Like, I've got my cup. And he was like, he was just proud because he knew how scared I was of it. And he was like, I just want to show you that I'm proud and well done for doing it. And I was like, oh, stop it, you're going to make me cry. And he got a little bit choked too, because it's different. So our first date was at Thorpe Park, and beforehand we'd spoke about roller coasters because I knew he'd done them all, and I was like, you know what, I just don't do them. And he thought it was because I hadn't had the chance. I went Thorpe Park as a kid, I queued up for an hour for Stealth and I bottled it when I got there. I was just on the flying fish and tidal wave. It worries me and I get so worked up on it, and then by getting myself worked up I have to be careful of my sugars because I can go into my hypo attack, and the whole situation just scares me. It's probably because I'm not in control of it. Being in something that is going ridiculous speed, tossing you upside down, backwards, dropping you, everything like that, and you're not in control of it. That, I think, is my thing, because I always think, right, and if you see me in a thing, when they clamp it down, I'm like, I triple check. I'm like, I don't want to be thinking out this sod. And we'd done Thorpe Park on the first date. I tried everything for him. And I can't lie, the photos from that very first date, my face shows that I don't do roller coasters. But I tried. And when we went Alton Towers the first time, I tried Galactica and I tried the Nemesis. And I was like, okay, they're all right. I really enjoy the Curse of Alton Manor. Going around in that little car, it's a bit horror, it's a bit dark, love that. And it was always like, we went over to the other side and Dan would do Smiler on his own and he'd done Oblivion on his own. And I'm like, this is a big step. For me, people are probably sitting there laughing, saying, get a grip, girl. But to do them two really frightened me, because the Smiler had all the inversions. And obviously, I just think of the accident. I mean, it's obviously, it's one of the safest rides now, they say. But that's just what I think. Like, what if? And Oblivion, that scared the heebie-jeebies out of me because it's a drop. And the thing with me, I don't mind the upside down, like Nemesis throws you about. It is drops, because my belly goes, no. So for me to do them two, I was really like, whew. And yeah, he was just like, he said he was very proud of me a lot. And I was like, aw, thanks, darling. I was like, I'm kind of proud of me too. And he laughed because he was like, you didn't even say you was proud of yourself when you bought that house. And I'm like, no, because I just think like that was the next step in life I had to do. Like it was expected of me. Whereas a roller coaster is not expected of me. And I was like, I am actually proud that I've done them. I'm proud that I rid a roller coaster at 30 years old. But yet buying a house, I was kind of like, oh, well, it's something I guess I've got to do. So there's kind of like no need to be proud. And he's just like, you're batshit sometimes. And I'm like, well. But yes, it was a lovely, lovely day. We all had fun. We done crazy golf. We stayed in the hotel down there. We all had breakfast the next morning. We went off back into the park. And yeah, it was a lovely, lovely weekend. And I'm pretty sure there will be many more to come. Alton Towers is definitely my favourite theme park. I would say probably that, Chessington. And then Thorpe Park and Legoland are tied. I like Legoland because I love the walking around. And Thorpe Park, as much as the Swarm did freak me out again, I think that's because I hadn't done a proper roller coaster in about 2 years, because we'd done like Chessington and Legoland like back to back. We hadn't really gone on the big rides, and as I say, yeah, they just scared me again. So I've got to work myself back up for Thorpe Park. But you girls very happy and you girls very proud. So I feel like I've really accomplished something this month. This, of course, is going in here. It's my little I was going to say doormat or a beer mat. No, it's a colour.
Sorry, my lovelies. I was clearly rabbiting away too much. But yes, Highland Cows, absolutely great. And at the moment, it's been just over 2 weeks and I haven't had any letters on my doorstep. If you've watched the vlog, I think I got done for speeding. So I don't know if it's going to be a course, but 2 weeks it hasn't come through. Does that mean I managed to break in time, or what does that mean? If anyone knows like the rough time for it to come through, because when I last had my one, which was lockdown, it was when we was at the log cabin and I'd got it on like the Tuesday, and by the time I got back on the Friday, it was at Mum's, and I was like, Mum was like, you got something from bloody Norfolk and Suffolk Constabulary. I was like, what? And yes, there was a speeding fine. So I was like, damn it. So yeah, I don't know how long it takes, because it's been over 2 weeks, but do you have to wait like a month? It's just because the one at Mum's come really quick, so I'm kind of like, oh, I don't know. We have shower foam. This is a very, very nice product from Primark. Watermelon sundae. You guys know me. Anything watermelon, your girl absolutely loves. Like, that is what we're talking about. And these, game changer. Dan picked these up in Lidl. So these are the Starbucks Frappuccino, but they're the limited edition toffee flavour and honey. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. If you like a nice sweet coffee, probably wouldn't recommend to have one a day like I did, but I blooming loved them. I think he said they was about 150 or 180 at Lidl. And I know Iceland, not necessarily these bottles, but you know, like the plastic cartons they come in, they sometimes go down to 10 for £10, so they work out £1. I don't feel like they're as big. They are a little bit smaller, but £1 for a Starbucks, I don't think you can go wrong. Which, have you guys seen that the Starbucks autumn menu's out? Pumpkin spice latte is back in stores. Now, I normally hold off and grab one when I'm at the airport for holiday, which is kind of like toasting autumn in just as I'm about to get on a plane. But I feel like I need to go before. I feel like I need a weekend just to go down and live life. Absolutely live life. This is a favourite. This was actually picked up. So if you're on your way to Alton Towers, I think it's the main way in. You pass a roundabout with a McDonald's and an Asda, and as you go down, near a JCB outlet, or like, not an outlet, JCB factory, like the big diggers, opposite there's a farm shop, and I'm sure it's called Denstone. Denstone, I'm sure it is. And we picked up this Delamere cookies and cream flavoured milk. Oh God, guys, this was lovely. Cannon's just being problematic once again. I do apologise. This we actually had with our breakfast for dinner, if you saw the Tesco video, and lovely. Absolutely delicious. Talking of delicious, right, I don't actually know how many bags we've gone through of this month. We've been trying to eat a little bit healthier, but we're both still in like our savoury phase. So we've been picking these up from Lidl's. And it's the Snacktastic High Protein Original Jerky. Original. And then this one, I feel like this one could be from Sainsbury's. It's Ember Tingly Teds, mixed by Ed Sheeran. And it says extra tingly. It gives it 3 chilies, but it isn't actually that bad. It has a little bit of a kick, but it's nothing unbearable. Me and Dan can quite happily eat a pack of that between us, and we're not like, whoo! Which, if you get the little black pots from Home Bargains of the noodles, they're about 50-60p a pot. Lethal. Absolutely lethal. We had one the other night, put it on, didn't think nothing of it. Guys, when I tell you my eyes were running, my nose was streaming, that should have been a bloody challenge. That should have been like eating the world's hottest noodles, which of course, they're not the world's hottest noodles, but that was the hottest thing I have eaten in a long, long time. And I tell you what, I was a bit, even Dan was like, whoo! He went and got the drink, his nose started running in his eyes, because we can do a little bit of spice, but not a lot. So yeah, we was a little bit thrown out with that one, let me tell you. Perfumes. My Jean Paul Gaultier Divine, which I've seen an advert, they're now doing a Divine Elixir. So, where's me novel? I wonder how much different the Elixir is to the original. If anyone has the Elixir, please do let me know. I'm assuming it's just going to be a lot more intense. Normally with the Elixirs, they're a bit more heavier, they last a tad longer, and yeah, it's just a bit more muskier. And these I think I showed last month, but guys, they're gone. I've got 2 remaining, which are in my bag somewhere, and it is the Kayali little handbag perfumes. They actually say you're supposed to layer these. I think I got them on Look Fantastic or All Beauty, one of them. And you know what, they're just really great to chuck in a bag. Even if you're going out with a tiny whiny little purse, chuck one of them. I don't layer it. You have vanilla, white flower, apple, cherry, pistachio, lychee, vanilla candy rock sugar, and vanilla cocoa. I literally just take one of these and pop them in my purse and be done with it. But yeah, I really, really have enjoyed these. I'm going to try and find my online receipt because I feel like I'll be picking these up again. I do. And then, of course, this is another one because the one upstairs is practically empty. I'm living and swearing by my Cetaphil Canon. There we are. This is the Canon. It's It's not the Canon. It's the Cetaphil Pro Redness Prone Skin Moisturising Night Cream. As I say, I have got the Tinted Day Cream, but that's definitely more like a foundation. I feel like I would have that under foundation. Oh, there's nothing better than a brand new pot. Absolutely love that. And as I say, I pick it up either from Boots or Holland & Barrett when it's down on offer to about 12 quid, because I think normally it's 16 or 17 quid. It's quite pricey, so I pick it up when it's on offer, and it does me wonders. What have I got? Oh, my little bathroom spray I've been enjoying. Obviously, we have air freshener, but I like to just give this a spritz in the morning and evening, and it's the Fresh Grapefruit White Company. I've been looking online because I've done my autumn wish list, and guys, I just cannot justify the prices of White Company. May need a little trip to Bicester, however you say it, because these sprays, who remembers when me and Mum went out post-lockdown and we had a huge shopping weekend? We done all of the outlets, we lived life. These are all from the outlet, and I think they was like £8 or £9 instead of like 17, 18. So I know they do a scent autumn. Definitely need to find that and see if that's in there. And the nail colour of the month is from top to bottom. This is the one, my little Sensational. As I say, this is an old school one, because I don't even think you can get Sensational now. But I absolutely love it. I will actually be really sad when this one goes, because I think it's just a lovely shade. And yeah, it's all been like taken over by Miley and that now. So Sensational is kind of no more. In terms of makeup, guys, I haven't really been wearing any, I can't lie. But my lip products, this has been kind of like my daily go-to. I think I showed this last month as well. This will always be in my handbag at the moment, and it is the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. Just, you see that? I just whacked myself with it. This is just like a little standard one. And then the other day, because we're getting near autumn, and I was looking for a lip colour, and I normally just head for my MAC Teddy Bear. Well, what's the other one? Biggest Achiever or Learner or something like that. I normally go for them. And I saw this and I was like, could we? I know it's gingerbread, but we're getting near that season, and I wore the Too Faced Melted Matte in gingerbread matte. Again, you go ain't paying Too Faced prices. This was again from one of the outlets. I feel like it's, I can't remember what it's called, but you get them at duty free sometimes. And it smells divine, and it is a lovely deep rich shade. So yeah, just been having lip products basically, my lovelies. And then the last two things are two China things that I don't want to wreck. The first is my Hamish vase. Guys, this was very, very kindly sent to me for my birthday, if you remember the vlog. And I didn't realise, I saw it online, and it's supposed to be like a thing you put your utensils in. I don't use it for that, I use it as a vase. So it just goes to show it's multi-purpose, because you can pop them in the back there. So yes, that I love. It's either normally out behind us or on top or in the bathroom, because I do like to have fresh flowers about the house. And the very last thing, this was what I picked up for Dan when we was at the theme park, Alton Towers, because he always says he wants a big mug. And I saw this when we went, and I was like, it could be too big. And then we went back again, and I said, oh, what do you think of that? And he's like, that's a good mug. So when he snuck off, I snuck off. It's the size of my head. Look at that, guys. He said from his cup of tea the other day, it takes a whole kettle. A whole freaking kettle. And I was like, you know what? You're never going to say that you need a big mug again, because that actually can't fit in any of the cupboards. So that's out on the coffee machine. But my lovelies, I have been rabbiting away, and I'm just so freaking excited for the next few months to come. We've got autumn, we've got holiday content, we are going to have a few other little travels in there, we have got winter coming up, we've got Christmas. The best months are coming, guys, the best months are coming. If you did enjoy the video, you know what to do. Hit that thumbs up and subscribe down below, and leave us a comment. What have you been loving for August? Do you have any last minute holidays? What are your plans for September? And yes, just let me know, did you have any nice occasions this month? What has your weather been like? Because I can't lie, today it's been pouring down with rain. So are we already moving into the autumnal season with the weather? And yeah, we'll see what happens. But my lovelies, take care, stay safe as always, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!